Yo, man. We're gonna start this shit off the right way. I want to put a little skit on it before I get down. And peace and love and respect to everybody, man. After losing that page, I see some supporters came back, some didn't. Some I'm pretty sure couldn't find me because they've been on that page so long. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably not even like thinking anything about it. There's so many people that just randomly pop up later on where I'm like, damn, I've been friends with this dude for years. I didn't even know. But anyway, long story short, I'm kind of sick of it. You know what I'm saying? As a grown melanated being on this planet Earth, not sick of it like suicidal. No. Sick of it like I can't believe that we were played like this. You know what I'm saying? And I can't believe that people, believe in this back to Africa stuff when we were played like this. It's like it should start showing itself. Nobody's going through all this for a story that they told you. A motherfucker told you was from Africa. They told you was a slave. They told you all this different stuff. Okay, nobody is doing all this shit if that was the case. So before we get started, I need a little skit on it. I need to skit on it. It's going to be about 6 minutes.
I bet it was the Diaz brothers. They got beef going back to the summer.
Oh, we are Tony. And all these bitch-ass, boule, lying, punk motherfuckers, they're Frank, okay? Hell, they're Mel, too. Let's go.
Maybe you're right, Maybe you're right. Anyway, I'm glad you paid it, Tony. I'm going to return the favor for you. Spades. No, I take care of this myself. What's it good for, Tony? Why? Yeah, nothing. I just say paranoid.
That's why we're going to Google. They're like, what's the Google for? This. What'd you say? Paranoid. Now we didn't set up the call to tell them, oh yeah, the Negroes done woke the fuck up. They know you. They know y'all on that bullshit. Oh yeah.
You gonna answer, Frank?
You must be able to hear that shit. Got mad after we left the club,
I tell you you're not here, okay?
No, it's all right.
Hello.
It's all right. We'll be home in an hour. Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Frank. You a piece of shit.
Tony, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, you fucking cockroach.
What are you talking about? Come on, you listen to me, huh?
Do you know what a hustler is, Frank? That's a pig that don't fly straight. Neither do you, Frank.
Hey, Tony, why the fuck would I hurt you?
I brought you in. So we had a few things.
Makes perfect sense, right? Sound just like the white dude in these boule motherfuckers. Why the fuck would I hurt you? I've been in the struggle. I've been representing which black power.
Huh? No big deal. I gave you your start. I was the one who believed in you. I stay loyal to you. I made what I could on the side, but I never turned you, Frank.
That's true. That's true. The people that went the hardest for pro-black and Africa and stuff, they're the ones saying this right now today. It's us. We're the ones who never turned on that story. All that information they gave, never turned on it. We just got wives.
You. A man ain't got his word. It's a cockroach.
Bueno, entonces, amigo.
It's your tree, Frank. You're sitting in it.
Look at that. Look at that. Let's say Mel is the white people. You know what I'm saying? Let's say Frank is the boule and Mel is the white people. You see how they left him dead? Hey, it's your fucking best. You got to clean it up, goddamn. You ain't seen no white person bat an eye. They ain't came out here in these YouTube streets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They haven't came out and shot no shots at the Negroes for claiming to be any. None. Only these boule niggas. Let's keep going.
Okay. All right, Tony. I was Tony. Yes, give me a second chance, not Tony.
They want to do it again.
Do that.
Another George Floyd. Another Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
You give me a second chance. I give you $10 million, Tony. Okay. $10 million.
Sound like that reparations in California?
I can't even vote over there. we go over there, we get on the plane, and it's yours. Okay? Whatever. $10 million. Okay, Tony? Huh? Please, Tony. Elvira! You want Elvira! You're going to have her. I go away, I'm going to disappear, Tony. You'll never see me again, Tony. Please, I don't want to die. I never did nothing to nobody.
No. You never did nothing to nobody.
That's
You
right.
had somebody else do it for you.
No, Tony. Jesus! No! No, don't kill me, please.
I ain't gonna kill you.
Oh, Christ, thank you.
Get off.
Thank you.
No, shoot that piece of chip.
No.
It's good. It's good.
Every dog has his day. Mama?
I told him it didn't make any sense clipping you when we had you working for us. He wouldn't listen. Got hot tonight. Not the brother. You know? Fucked up.
You too, Mel. You fucked up.
Don't go too far, Tony.
White boy, don't go too far now.
I ain't not, Mel. You are. Whoever said you was one?
Can't shoot the truth. That's what all of them do. All of them point us to these books that the white boy and the boule been putting in front of us for years. You can't shoot the truth. Whoever said you was the truth.
Can't shoot a cop. Whoever said you was one?
Wait a minute!
Now you let me go. I'll fix this up.
Oh yeah.
Sure, Mel. Maybe you can handle yourself one of them first-class tickets to the resurrection.
Fucking dumb son of a bitch.
So long, Mel. Have a good trip.
Fuck you!
Now, for everybody that wants to stay stuck in fantasy land and don't want to deal with the facts, I understand clearly if you avoid this video. Or if you want to speculate and say, oh, he's just making stuff up. He doesn't. That's not true. That's not true. That's not real. Oh, it isn't, huh? All right. Okay. 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 Where we at? So, the Watts hoax. What do I mean by that? Anybody ever seen Watt Stack? It's a movie that came out in the 70s. Got your boy, Two-Shirt Jesse in it. Say it loud, I'm black, I'm proud. I'm beautiful. Also has Richard Pryor in it. There were some other faces in there, but those two stick out to me because Jesse had two shirts on during the assassination. And Richard Pryor is the one who introduced the N-word and made everybody say it live stream. So much so that now everybody says in their raps. Now white, Spanish, Asian, everybody calls you it. You don't even see the inside joke. Whatever. So Watt Stack was based on trying to bring unity and peace to Watts because of the riot that they had in 65. Now, I believe LA has had 3 riots. One for the little black girl that got killed in the store. You know what I'm saying? Was her name Tasha? Or Tamika? Something like that. The one that Pac always referenced. Tanisha. I think that was her name. But that one, I forgot the second one. And then there's the first one. The original riot. Let's look up the details of this riot. And let's see how this was a sham. In more ways than one. But it really was a sham right in your face. So, we don't need me. So, the Watts riots, sometimes referred to as the Watts Rebellion or the Watts Uprising. Keep those two in mind because this is straight retarded and it really is flawed as fuck. So it took place in the Watts neighborhood and its surrounding areas of Los Angeles from August 11th to the 16th of 1965. Quick reminder, what happened in 1965? The bill was passed, right? Civil Rights Act bill was passed. You guys have rights now, right? Keep that in mind. So on August 11th, 1965, Mernette Fry, or Marriott, I think that's how you say her name. Fry, a 21-year-old African American, or his name, sorry, maybe it's Marquiste or something like that. Anyway, a 21-year-old African American man was pulled over for drunken driving, after he failed a field sobriety test. Officers attempted to arrest him. Marquise, just call him Marquise, resisted arrest with assistance from his mother, Rena Fry. A physical confrontation ensued in which Marquise was struck in the face with a baton. Meanwhile, a crowd of onlookers had gathered. Rumors spread that the police had kicked a pregnant woman who was present at the scene. 6 days of civil unrest followed, motivated in part by allegations of police abuse. Nearly 1,400 members of the California National Guard helped suppress and to breach the situation. You know what I'm saying? Disperse, which resulted in 34 deaths, as well as $40 million in property damage. It was the city's worst unrest until the Rodney King riots of '92. Now, think about what just happened. 34 people died, 40 million in damages. Remember, this is all in your neighborhood. Wake up, Negroes. Wake up. This didn't happen in Beverly Hills. This didn't happen, in the Hamptons. This didn't happen, at Martha's Vineyard. This is not where this happened. No, this happened in your town, your city. For some weird reason, 34 people get killed, of course, Negroes. And $40 million worth of property damage happens because of some young, dumb, drunk nigga who didn't want to go to jail. How familiar does that sound? This is how you know it's a hoax, and all that gang bullshit came from this type stuff. And we've been in fucked up situations ever since. How many times have you seen this? How many of these cats have busted this? Your George Floyd, help me. Oh, I can't breathe. This motherfucker has been locked up for criminal charges, felonies, battery, drugs, all types of shit. This motherfucker's been in a 4x4. He's a piece of shit criminal trying to play the role that he's claustrophobic. Everybody falls for it. Bullshit. Who's the other one? Darnell Brooks. That for some reason, the whole conscious community, the whole Black Panther community, the whole revolutionary, all these fucking people that claim they care about black folks, for some reason, they threw that shit right under the rug. Why? Because they knew it was a slaughter fest. This motherfucker drove through a Christmas parade. That says evil all on it. It has nothing to do with, oh, he's black. No, he could have been a midget Puerto Rican, a fucking giant Russian dude. No. That's evil. You know what time it was. You know what the celebration is, and you would choose to do that. That's just wicked. You're just a wicked person. Bullshit, right? Bullshit, right? What about the other guy that fell asleep in the Wendy's parking lot and got up and grabbed the taser, and then he got killed and everybody's stripping off that? Bullshit, right? See, I'm showing you a pattern that started so long ago. So long ago. How was this not a hoax? It has to be a hoax. They allege that the police kicked a pregnant woman in her stomach. That's not even what happened. The whole moral of the story is this drunk piece of shit nigga, for rolling around drunk driving, failed the sobriety test. All he had to do was go to jail. You did the crime. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to fight. Who else wanted to fight? His mama. So this black woman, and you know your son drunk because he drunk. That's the whole reason they pulled him over. If he wasn't drunk, they wouldn't have pulled him over. And I can hear people already, oh, they lying. He wasn't drunk. How can you say that when the whole lie was a pregnant woman got kicked? It didn't even have nothing to do with him drinking. So you can't say that. You can't say he wasn't really drunk because nobody even used that story. It was a rumor that a pregnant woman got kicked, which has nothing to do with the story. See, that's why I brought it to modern day. You got all these rappers out here, big time money makers, but do nothing positive. And then every time they get jammed, we're all supposed to be fucking upset and sad, and we got to come to their aid and march for them and protest for them and all types of stuff, just like Young Thug. How are you going to say free a criminal who's doing crime, even though he's been afforded the opportunity of a lifetime? And then why would you use that as guidance to get you in a better situation. When you can see what it's doing, the foolishness, I'm saying, the ignorance. But how did you get that? I find it weird that people marched in suits and ties just to come back in saggy pants, drug infested, projects, fighting and always arguing with each other. That doesn't make any sense. That's not adding up. So how did that happen? Now, mind you, you could say, I'm stretching, I'm reaching. You can say that, it's fine. But remember, before this happened, I already got the 2 green shirts. I already have a dude saying he integrated his people into a burning house. He already admitted it before he went out the door, supposedly. He already admitted it. The Brotherhood, the Boule Masons already admitted that if he would have lived, wink, wink, he would have surely became a member. He's sitting in socialist prep meetings. People don't want to believe that, but how could you not believe that when all the Black Panthers were Marxists? So why wouldn't Martin Luther King be on the communist side? Why wouldn't he be thinking like that? Remember, it was Malcolm X that wanted to do for self. Martin Luther King wanted the government to do it. So if you don't see that the burning building he was talking about was the deal that he put you in, how do you not say to yourself, well, then why, soon as, why would that shit ping off in California? You know what I'm saying? After the fact, if, you just got your rights, like everybody should be happy. Everything should be good. Everybody's at peace. Everything should be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? There should be no problems at all. Why is there? The act was passed in 1964. Civil Rights Act is passed in 1964. So if it's already passed, what was the riot for? For a drunk driver. How do y'all not see the hoax in this? How can you say that this was for a righteous cause? This was for, racism or police brutality? No, it wasn't at all. That's not even what, look at the whole story. It's a drunk driver. And people be like, oh, how is it a hoax if it really happened? Because the hoax is the part about helping the people or being down for the people or doing it for the people. If you notice, we're the ones who lost $40 million worth of property. It was us. That's the area they were in. It's called the Watts Riots. It means it happened in Watts. They didn't go outside of it. And it was all for a person who was illegally driving because they were drunk. So the key question is this. Why would a riot break out for a knucklehead that was drinking and driving? I'll talk to you in a minute, bro. Why would that happen? I mean, it's simple questions. Simple questions. It's not me saying that buildings didn't burn and people didn't die. No, we know for a fact 34 of them got killed. Okay. $40 million worth of property damage due to the area of the community of the people that we're talking about. That's the weird thing. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's all for the good, right? Fight the power. It's all for the people. It's police brutality, right? It's drunk dudes driving down the street drunk. That's why they pulled him over. But no, not supposed to care. Nobody's supposed to give a shit that He's drinking and driving. Nobody's supposed to. For what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Why do we give a shit? Why are we doing this? Why are we out here, you know, letting it be known that, hey, these black people have been oppressed. They've been beat down. You know what I'm saying? Like my people get on my nerves because they act like everybody can't see welfare. Everybody can see that shit. They can see food stamps. They're coming from places where there isn't any of that, guys. Nobody has that. There's no food stamps in Mexico. Not. I damn sure know there's not. So, you know what I'm saying? In Africa, there's no welfare. There's none of that stuff that you guys were pacified with out here. So I'm making this video for a different reason. I'm not doing it to fucking, try to spook people out. I'm doing it to keep it honest with people. Like, yo, did you know that they're making you, they're treating you like the prodigal son, man. They got you, eating your own, or you eating with the pigs, you know what I'm saying? You eating the filth, and then you producing the filth, and you pitching the filth out. They want y'all running around, just on some regular, everyday, this is the life, this is what it is. No. Look where it started. They say gangs started back in the 60s with clubs and all that, and the 70s are really, got all the way and everything. Now, this ain't no shot at California. I love California. This is a shot at everything they were doing. Because once that happens, it gets started. What's coming next in the next 5 years? Heroin and blaxploitation movies. So it's not like everything wasn't there. Why did Nixon in the 70s, 71, I believe, take us off the gold standard, but bring heroin to the hood? Newsflash. Their favorite colleges, Harvard, all that shit, it was funded by dope. It's called the old China trade, heroin. Maybe Nixon knew something, or thought he knew something. But who got killed in that deal? Who got took over and wiped out? Then you got these revolutionary people saying something, supposedly. At the same time, a lot of them end up on dope. Very weird. It's like can't get right. You know what I'm saying? They putting us out there like, if that's just them. They can't do nothing correct. That doesn't add up to me. That's why I did it. Earlier on my Facebook, I put up Monique is supposedly dead. The comedian. Somebody was like, nah, it's fake news. Then I put up an actress that's supposedly died. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the wrong Monique. She like, nah, that's fake news too. I'm like, I know she was lost. Like, what do you mean by that? Same thing with the Riots. The Riots introduced a level of ignorance that the people would bypass truth for colors. It's been doing that ever since. It's not a knock to black people. It's they don't understand why they're called black people. They put you in the darkness. They put you there. So now what are we going to do with it? We're going to go back in the past and we're going to see where things started. This is not a diss to my people. This is explaining this was a hoax. Dude was drunk. His mama came out there tripping. He got hit in the head with a baton. Why? Because you resisting arrest. Why? Who taught that? Who taught to resist knowing that you did something in violation of the civil law? It's breaking the criminal law, yes, but it's of a civil matter. Remember, driving is a privilege. It's not a right. You don't have the right to drive. It's a privilege to do. It's something we created. You get us from places quicker. But there's a common courtesy that you have to have. It's unwritten. It's an unwritten rule on roads. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to want to be safe and make sure everybody else is safe as well as you ride these roadways. It's just like a house. You know, that's why we made the floor mat, you know, outside. It's like wipe your feet off. Or some people make you take your shoes off. It's like whatever you got to do. But that's what I'm saying. It's an unwritten rule. It's not a rule that you wipe your feet. You know what I'm saying? It's that's what the mat is for. It's supposed to be there already. So that means this person drinking and driving, even though we all do it, but you're not supposed to do that. And if it just so happens to pull you over, you're not supposed to fight it. You know what you were doing. Righteously so. But instead, you get into a fight, you get your mother involved in it. You know, a real man would have, you know, told his mom, you know, don't worry about this. You know what I'm saying? Even though, oh, you scuffle. No. Initially, it was him. They pulled him over. Maybe he made it all the way to the house. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. They got on you while you was on the road. $40 million because your drunk, weird, scary ass don't want to go to jail for doing something wrong that you know you did. That's a problem. That's a problem. Accountability is really prevalent in the black communities, in the Negro communities. It's really prevalent because if we don't realize that spells are spells, the light is not just coming from the sun or, you know, your room switch. Light is a metaphor for information. And if we don't start seeing the light and really getting it, we're going to keep being put in these hoax forever. See, when I say hoax, I'm not saying it like it's fake. No, I'm saying the agenda is fake. What you think you're fighting for, you're not. And also remember, it was a year in this burning building. What is burning of the building? What is Martin saying? He's saying you're going to die in there. And what have we been doing ever since we've been in that house? And in hell. It's another reference that he was referring to. See, you go into history to figure stuff out. You don't go into history to get emotional. I don't know what it's going to take, but I do know this. If we don't realize that they did stuff and told us stories incorrectly to make us emotional and act a certain way, we're going to keep being messed up out here. And it's a group effort. It ain't just one person holding the loot and got all the knowledge. Nah, it ain't like that. One thing that is like that is that this didn't happen for righteous reasons. Oh, they wrote the story as to Wikipedia. How could you believe that? They was beating black people injustice. Say right, it just happened. And here's the funny thing. California is not even the segregated South. Remember, there's no slavery that ever took place in California. That's the weird thing about the whole San Francisco thing, but whatever. Black Panthers came from California. Okay. Why did the leader end up being crackhead? And the other ones that were the ones who killed him, they stole the drugs from. They end up making a black mafia of the penitentiary. And in the penitentiary. I mean, in truth, the black gorilla family, there's really no beef with. You know, they took care of their business. But it's interesting how, at the end of the day, the story is, you know, the leader, the most prolific one, ends up being the addict and ends up being smoked. And then they left him with a 33 mark, which is interesting. And then they would end up being a faction of a penitentiary gang. And we all know that that's the lead up to, you know, massive control is having you as a slave. So it's all lining up. It's all going exactly where it's supposed to be going. But remember, when the men are not around, that's how the children can get, you know, molested, murdered, brainwashed. The women can be pillaged, you know, turned into, you know, harlots on every corner. The only ones that are left are boys, the knuckleheads that they're going to send as men to these penitentiaries. So it's a forever going cycle off of what though? Excuse me, off of drunk driving. Off of I've been to the penitentiary multiple times, but I'm claustrophobic. Over I'm beating on a woman, but you're mad because he pulls a knife on the cops and they shoot him 7 times. Sad to say, even Trayvon. Go all the way back to me at 17. I wasn't no punk. I wasn't no little bitch ass kid running around whining and shit. I wasn't gonna let nobody disrespect me. If he was smoking bud, taking pictures of it, we can just imagine what type of mind state he had. You just don't have no videos of him, which is weird because everybody had a phone at the time. So they didn't let us get no audio. They didn't let us hear how Trayvon talk. Nothing. Just pictures. Then we find out his dad's 33-degree basement. Got pictures. What y'all think, man? You think your neighborhood's being destroyed just like with the George Floyd riots? It was 40% of black businesses that went out of business forever because all that shit got burned down. So once again, $40 million worth of property destroyed in Watts, where all the Negroes were, off of a drunk driver. Drunk driver, huh? Off a drunk guy, and his mom's out there. And then you got to think about people like FBG Duck Mouth, and God bless Dead, I guess, even though he was on Demon Time, so not really, but anyway, she on OnlyFans. Now your son's a gangster rapper that died, and instead of keeping yourself dignified, you rather put yourself out in the streets as a exposing of your body off of his clout. That's where you're getting your pictures from. Like that's what they're showing off. They're not saying, oh, it's Esmeralda, whatever the fuck your name is. No, they're saying, oh, this is a picture of FBG Duck mother naked. Y'all Chicago cats known for pissing on graves, all types of weird shit. How do you think the ops is using that information? like that. But damn, you do the devil's work, the devil get his due, like full blast. That's so weird. Like, look at, like, and she had already lost like some kids. So it's like, wow. Whatever. All I know is this, y'all. You believe it happened, or you believe it was set up? Because the story's fugazi. And when things is fugazi, they're not adding up.